This is theCUBE. I'm Paul Gillin. We're here in Somerset, New Jersey for the SHI Fall Summit 2025. We're talking all about AI here and all about good uses of AI for the public benefit. And one of those examples is what my next guest is doing with his company, ProHawk. Brent Willis, welcome, President, co-founder and COO of ProHawk AI.
Thanks, Paul. Happy to be here.
So what does ProHawk do?
We are the only real-time pixel-by-pixel computer vision technology or computer vision management system in the world. And what that translates to in real language is we take the risks and obscurity of night and we convert them to the visibility and safety of day to help save lives and to make critical decisions at the critical point in time.
And you do this in real time with images from all kinds of different sources and all kinds of different quality, is that correct?
Yeah, we're not really the best in the world at it. We're just the only ones in the world at it that can take that degraded video or degraded data and then make something actionable and usable out of it. And think about AI, right? Most people can't spell it, right? And they don't know that there's all sorts of different types of AI. There's agentic AI, generative AI, quantum AI. We're physical AI, and for HPE, at the initial interface. So we take that incoming data from any sensor, radar, LiDAR, MRI, CT scan, infrared, or optical, and right after that comes into any feed or device from that sensor, we restore that so the user real time, without being in the loop at all, sees actionable information and then is a conduit and a pass down to any analytics or any agentic AI or any other things that customers are going to use in AI in the future. So this is the starting point really in AI, where customers can make a difference for productivity today, not in 6 months, not in 6 years, not in 6 days, in 6 hours if they implement it, and it's ready to go. We're making a difference around the world already.
These are neural network technology, is that correct?
Well, yes and no, because what we're doing is we take any incoming video feed and we convert that instant feed into 33 million pixels, optimize each individual pixel, the 2 green, 1 red, 1 blue, the concentric pixels all around that, and then we just do that 33 million times every second. So we don't need any learning or networks or anything. We do this at the edge, at the extreme edge locally, and take that data and then optimize each one of those pixels so you can get that unmatched clarity and actionable data such that all Gen AI applications are going to work better from the future. But from a learning standpoint, what we do now is we take that incoming data, we improve it, we do the analytics, and then we can circle back to teach the sensor and to teach the computer to work better next time to make everything more efficient.
So make this real. I mean, what's a real life use case where we might see your technology at work?
Well, the problem for us is we work horizontally for HPE as part of the Unleash AI initiative across all industries, from energy to transportation to healthcare to federal to safety and security, you name it. But one potential solution is take manufacturing. At the end of every manufacturing line, they have an optical sensor. And that optical sensor typically sees the finished good, or let's say in the beverage industry, which I spent a lot of time in, fill heights, right? As a metric of safety. Now what we can do, instead of just that optical sensor, we can see through all of the liquid to see if there's any particulate matter in there or any kind of anomaly, or if it's a glass bottle, any kind of glass in there that doesn't meet standards for consumer safety and meeting the right consistency and tolerances. And that kind of technology never existed before, but now it does with ProHawk, because we can see through all of those details, pixel by pixel, in this case for consumer safety.
You can literally turn a night picture taken at night into a daytime photo.
Yeah, it's kind of Hollywood stuff, but yes, and it's just math, right?
But take fog out of an image, a foggy image?
And think of maritime use cases, right? So you get sun glare in the morning, that's hard to take out. You get fog or rain in the afternoon, and then night half the time. This is the only technology that overcomes all of those environmental obstacles. So you can have better efficiency and safety in harbor management or those kinds of things, or ships on the water, or think autonomous driving. Because you get such visual clarity, it allows us to see 20 times farther on average and 80 times faster. And again, pixel by pixel, so I can take out every single raindrop, we take out every single snowflake, every single piece of particulate matter. So the autonomous driving algorithms can see objects or what they need to do 20 times farther, 80 times faster. So actually, autonomous driving will work in degraded environmental conditions, and typically they don't. So the use cases just go on and on. That's the challenge, and the benefit is why it's so important for HPE and NVIDIA as one of these Unleash AI partners, is because we work so well with the Kamiwazas of the world on the agentic AI side and some of the generative AI companies, all as part of that HPE Unleashed ecosystem, underpinned by HPE infrastructure and NVIDIA infrastructure, to make it all work in a turnkey solution.
So tell us about your own journey to this company. You can tell by your sweater that you are a West Point graduate.
Don't hold it against me, Paul.
Military career, worked in consumer goods all over the world. How did you decide that this was what you wanted to do?
It's hard. I love serving the country and making a difference for the country in the military. And this can make a real difference also, this technology, because our mission is to save lives by making the world a better and safer place. And I think, I used to be president for the Coca-Cola company for about half of Latin America. And I ran a small little beer company in Belgium, I was the number 2 at a small little beer company in Belgium. And being a West Point guy, we're kind of into global domination. I am too. And we figured out the economics in the beer industry, and we became the world's largest beer company in 3 years. But it did take 3 years. But one of my negatives that I was just embarrassed about is we put in so much plastics and plastic bottles in the environment, and the size of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch now is the size of 25 Floridas, and it's getting worse because 92% of all plastics end up in landfills or the ocean. It is a huge, huge problem, and it's not getting better, right? So I've just felt I was proud at the time to be in leadership positions in these big companies, and today I'm just embarrassed. And I want to do better, and I just know we can make a huge difference for the planet with this technology, and not a difference in the long term, a difference today across manufacturing, across maritime, across federal, across safety and security. It's just a fantastic technology that will make an impact on society that people just need to know more about, that it is available and available now, and very inexpensive and turnkey, ready to go, underpinned by all the resources of TD SYNNEX, HPE, and NVIDIA.
I want to pick up on something you said earlier about improving the quality of training models, how your technology contributes to generative AI training, agentic AI training. How so?
Well, the negative for all of those technologies is if you get garbage in, you get garbage out. And so the Achilles heel for all of AI is quality of data. That's the first thing we fix. We restore that incoming data so all of the other AI models and AI components are going to work and work better and work more efficiently. But what we also do now is we have what we call the AI flywheel. So we restore that incoming video, and the reason we say restore versus enhance is because we're actually restoring actuals. Enhance implies changing evidence.
Anything.
If you change evidence, it is not admissible in a court of law. So we're actually restoring actuals to meet the Daubert standard for all of the law enforcement and forensic applications. But what we do now is we cycle back again every 3 milliseconds and teach the models and teach the sensors and learn the model such that we can do all of the identification and the faster and more efficient improvement of the data and the videos going forward before we pass it down to the agentic AI systems.
You mentioned you're the only one who does what you do. You also have some important partnerships. You're part of the HPE AI program, allied with NVIDIA. What are some of the key alliances you have?
Well, the truth is, we couldn't do what we do on our own. We could never get this real-time 3 millisecond benefit without the NVIDIA chip, and any NVIDIA chip, so it doesn't have to be the latest. But any NVIDIA chip, we couldn't do it without them. And even though we're a big part of the whole video management solution, customers want and need more, right? This is a way to get started with AI, but they need and want more. They want the agentic AI. And so we're such an easy fit and handoff to any video analytics companies. Any other partner, whether it's BigID or Kamiwaza on the agentics AI side, and it's kind of an ABC. And what HPE has done is integrated it all, picked sort of the best in the world out there, and ProHawk just got lucky to be in there because we're the only one, not best in the world, just the only one at what we do. And HPE is taking all the guesswork out of it for customers to pick who are those best in the world, to pull it together to say, here is your turnkey solution, and nobody else has done it, and they're fast in doing it, and really effective, and low cost for the customers as well.
And why are you at an SHI conference?
SHI is the interface to the customers. Even though HPE and other OEMs and the major distributors like TD SYNNEX sell and distribute, the key interface with the customers is groups like SHI, and they're really, really good because they've got the relationships and they've got those interfaces directly with those customers, and they can translate all of this AI stuff into something that somebody can spell. I know it's only 2 letters, but
It's not A1.
Yeah, a lot of the customers still are just learning about it. I don't think SHI, HP, any of us really know much about AI today versus what's going to happen. We just know more than anybody else and know where we can make a difference today. And SHI really knows where to make a difference across industries with customers today. So that's why I'm here with SHI. They're so good and one of the best in the world. And one of the key priorities for both HPE and NVIDIA, key customer partner ecosystem priorities, to drive the implementation of AI to make a difference.
And that's what you're doing with ProHawk AI, Brent Willis, doing good with AI and making a difference. Thank you so much for joining us here on theCUBE.
Thank you, Paul.
I'm Paul Gillin. This is theCUBE, the source for technology news and analysis. We'll be back.